Hi everyone, a very warm welcome to you all on my channel Reviews with Rush. Today I'm extremely happy because we have an author who has been recently invited as a chief guest at the famous Thakur College, Kandivali, and was also a judge at the famous and dream college, Sophia. Also, his book, The Case of Known Unknown, has been rated 4.5 stars on Goodreads and Amazon. I would also like to share that this is your chance to win the signed copy of the book, The Case of Known Unknown, by commenting the best chase is in the comment section below. So, let's hear now from the author Harsh Adani.
Hi Harsh, good evening, and I'm pleased to welcome you on my channel Reviews with Rush. After a lot of scheduling, we have finally met, and I'm happy that we met at Kitab Lovers, because of which this was possible today. So, yes, I'm really looking forward to hearing from you about the real book that you have written for all of us. So to begin with, I would like you to introduce yourself and let my RNR family know who is Harsh and what is his book all about.
Thank you so much for that introduction. Yes, it was like indeed a great coincidence meeting at the book fair and then coming to this arrangement that we should go for a talk show together. Finally, we are going for it. So I'm quite happy about it. So to begin with, my name is Harsh Adani. I am an aspiring entrepreneur and I'm an author of 2 books, like one of which is an Amazon best-selling novel called The Case of Known Unknown. Currently, I'm working on my 3rd book as well, which is going to be a biography. And but I'm still a crime thriller author. So that's all about me. My first book is The Case of Known Unknown. I published it in November 2020 to be precise. And it is a crime thriller novel. So I'll just tell a little bit about what the story is about. So basically it starts with a trial where a criminal is being sentenced to a death row, like he's assigned as a death row prisoner, and he's being asked various questions about the person under whom he was working, but he's unable to answer them because he has been given such a high amount of drugs that he cannot remember anything about himself. Then later on, it starts with a party where there are 24 members who are called up in the party, and all 24 of them are dead by the end of the party, and nobody knows what happened exactly. Then later on, it starts about a serial killer who is on the run since the past entire decade, but he has never been found out by the police. He has never been found out by the CBI, and he tricks and talks with the CBI and police by sending them letters, and he mentions coded codes and everything where if they decode that code, then they would find out who he really is, or where his hideout is. So the entire story is all about a very intelligent serial killer who is using tactics which were used by other serial killers in the past, in 1900s and something, like Jack the Ripper or Zodiac killer. So the book is entirely about all of that. So it is a fun mystery as per what most of the readers have said.
That's so good. I am already excited to read the book, and the plot that you mentioned reminded me of a movie. I'm not sure if you have seen it. It is Gumnaam, and it is in those times only, like the olden era. And when I saw the movie, I was horrified. I was like, I could not sleep. But since this is a new book, I'm sure I'm going to read it, and I'm definitely going to review it as well. Also, I'm excited to know about the second and the third book that is in line. So, is the biography of someone whom you observed very closely, or could you just tell what is the plot of biography as well?
Actually, biography is a completely different thing. Biography is actually based on my mentor. She is, a national speaker, and she is the mother of a special child. So the biography is more revolving around her own life, and I feel it is something very unique because in Indian markets, the Indian literature world, we don't have many books that are with regard to special childs, or how to take care of special child. So I think this book is something that is going to be very unique, and it's still in the process. Like, I think it's going to take 3-4 more months, but let's hope for the best.
Really excited to read both the books. So coming back to the current book, that is The Case of Known Unknown, what was your drive or inspiration behind writing the book? What did you observe that made you write the book, and how did you flow through the plot?
Okay, so there is a big story behind this book. So initially, I was planning to write a fantasy novel. I was more inclined towards the fantasy genre, like reading books like Chronicles of Narnia, Harry Potter. So you get that desire that let's go for a fantasy series. So I was going to go for that, but then soon I realized that instead of fantasy, suspense and thrill is something that is very desirable by every reader. Like, that is something that every reader would like to read. Like, it surprises you. So I thought that maybe this is the genre that I should go for. So initially, this story was supposed to be written in association with another author. We both were planning to write it together, but then we made it till the second or third chapter, and the other author was like, I have some other responsibilities, and the way you write and I write is so different, so we shouldn't continue the project. So at that point, I was very disheartened, because it was the first book that I was going for, which I was actually thinking of publishing. And then suddenly you have the other author saying that maybe I'm not going to continue it. So I was kind of disheartened, but I was more inclined towards finishing the book, because since you have started it, it's meant to be it is meant to finish it. So what I had to do was, first I had to completely rewrite all the chapters, 3 to 4 chapters, which we had written together, because then that could cause an issue in the future if it is the same. So I had to rewrite it entirely, and it took me 3 years, total of 3 years to finish this book. There were many reasons, you can say writer's block was there. There was also this, the habit of procrastination and research work, because this book involved a lot of research, since it also includes a little bit of history. So the drive which motivated me to finish this book despite 3 years was that you once you start something, you have to end it. It's meant to happen. There is a reason why something happens in your life. So I just went ahead with it. I looked at other authors that you can say Amish Tripathi. There are so many different authors. They they were coming up with their new books, how people were loving their books, how readers were saying that how it inspired them. So in the same manner, I wanted to get that feeling, you have your own first published book in your hand, and how it feels like people are reading it, giving you reviews, telling you that your book is good, or your writing inspired us. So I just went ahead with it, and that's where we are today. It's a best-selling book, so I'm quite happy about all those moments and all those time and efforts that I gave for this book.
Honestly, I am glad that you wrote the book, and there are 2 reasons for it. One, because of the book we met. Second, and because of which we are recording it today. So you are on my channel, and I feel really great, honored, humbled, privileged that I am able to welcome you today on my channel. And second reason is because since you continued the book today, everyone who is going to be seeing this video will go with the thought that yes, there will be hardships in the way. There will be your support system who may not be able to continue to support you hereafter. Like it is said that certain battles you have to fight on your own. Like not all battle you can take someone along. So you have given an example, or established an example rather, that you cannot be giving up if you want your dream to come true. So I am glad, and I applaud you for not giving up and for completing the book. So congratulations to you for that.
That means a lot.
Now coming to the plot and the entire story of this dream to actualization that you have told, I want to know who was your major critic around you who told you that, okay, wait, you need to change the entire plot? Okay. So when I had a word with Dr. Sona, who is the author of Time and Tide, she told me that when I gave my first draft to my family members, I was like, no, this is the biggest mistake. Don't give it to the family members. They'll make you put efforts again and again in revising something. So, but she enjoyed the entire process. So I want to know, who was your very clear, blunt, honest critique, and who was your support system as well?
Okay, so this is a kind of very difficult, especially if you are a student and you have your academics going on. So I had this constant scolding from my parents that you should focus on your studies. This is not going to help you. This is just a hobby. And when you are involved into writing a book, you are totally focused into it. You have to give your total focus. Otherwise, you can't expect to create a great content or great storyline. It's going to be the same things. It's going to be just cliches if you don't give your 100% into it. So I had this constant scolding from my parents that I shouldn't focus on that, and they used to saying that authors are just hearing here and there, and their books are just lying down there. So it's not like people are going to read your book. You are just 1% out of the many and millions. So I had all this critics coming up from my own parents, although they didn't really mean it in that way. It was just to motivate me to focus more on my studies. So I did this one a good thing which I feel very fortunate about. I had read it somewhere that whenever you are writing a book, you should have beta readers. Now, beta readers are those readers who read your book before you are publishing it or while you are in the process of writing it. So what I did was I called up two of my friends who were good at reading, and I asked them if they would be willing to read my book, give an honest opinion while I'm still in the process of writing it. So two of my friends agreed. One was a male and one was a female, just so you can have both side of perspective while reading your book. So I did that, and they were reading it, and throughout the way, wherever they felt that this was something which needed to be avoided, so they told me, and I made those changes. Where in a way, I was very fortunate that I applied that particular technique, because it is very helpful. Even today, many authors who are successful, even they say that they had beta readers as well. So in that manner, yes, the biggest supporter, you can say, it was my beta readers, because at moments where you feel that I maybe can't continue it, or maybe I'm not good enough to continue the story, they remind you that no, you have done well at certain parts. You have done something that I had never expected you to write, or this particular plot took me by surprise. So yeah, they were the biggest supporters. As for critic, there were many, there were cousins, there were friends, there were people in college, whenever they used to see me writing in one corner on one bench while the break or something, they would come and hey, what is in all of this, let's come and chill and all of that. So later on it turns funny that when you're successful, these are the very people, friends and cousins, who are like, yeah, I knew you would do it one day. So it's all part of the process, and it's it's kind of fun.
Absolutely, and I agree with the latter part, definitely. So yes, I saw your book on Amazon, like you said, and there were so many reviews. It was like, see more reviews. I'm going on and on. The list is not ending. So I was really happy to see so many viewers, readers coming up with so many good comments, and it was really nice to read all of them. I want to ask you, has any review or any comment on your book touched your heart and made you feel like, yes, thank you so much for writing this review. It has made me feel like mission accomplished.
Okay, so there were many reviews. So I was always very eager to read the reviews that were really long written, because when a reader is writing such long reviews, that means they really enjoyed your book. I think the few of the reviews that really made my day and made me think that I'm doing well was one where people who have read thrillers for the first time, or people who didn't like thrillers, and they write in their review that yours is the first thriller that I really love to read, or your book helped me to like thriller books, or gain that interest in thriller book. So that is something that makes you very happy. Second was okay, I like, since every reader has their own perspective and opinion. So there was this one or two reviews that compared my book. Like at that point of time, Silent Patient is a book which was very trending at that point of time. So I had people, I have reviews where people are saying that after Silent Patient, this is the second best thriller book, that I loved it, and or like in comparison to the Silent Patient, this book is also really something. So these reviews really made my day at that point of time. Like this is something that every writer would love to see for their own book. So yeah, these reviews were appealing and like also quite motivating for me.
Really nice, because I read two reviews that I can recollect right now. One had written hard to put down, and one was enjoyed thriller after such a long time. So I guess that's the same review that you're referring to. I really liked it, and this book even I am motivated to read, and count a +1 because even I like the idea of writing the title vertically. It is unique.
Okay, yes.
So yeah, but I also came across certain quotes on the book page. So could you tell me which is your favorite quote from the book?
Okay, so one was I had actually not written this in my book, but I had used it for my promotions. That everyone loves to hear a story. Let's talk about ours on your deathbed. Okay, so this is a quote that perfectly suits a serial killer who wants to talk about your story, but while at the moment that you are on your deathbed, or when he's about to kill you. So that was the one first quote which I felt was very spooky and suiting to this particular plot. Second was this one quote that united, there's this quote that united we stand, divided we fall. So in the book the quotes goes like they say united we stand, divided we fall, but the reason why our world still stands and prevails is because all the nations are divided. Okay, so if we had all the nations together, like if it was just one nation, we would be having so much of quarrels, so much of different issues going on, and the world wouldn't have prevailed. So in this quote, it basically just means that it is quite the opposite of what the quote actually is.
Okay, that's interesting, because I personally write a lot of quotes and I love quotes. So when you told me that you have quotes in your book, I was like, okay, now he's really gotten me into reading the book. Now there is no getaway with this. So yes, this is like my one more convincing point that I'm going to read your book, because I really love reading quotes while reading the story. So yes, you have given my viewers, my R&R family, one more reason to pick your book. And with that, I want to move on, head on to the exciting moment where I would like you to announce the giveaway.
Okay, so we have this giveaway. As per the comments, we might add more books to the giveaway. Hashtag the known unknown, and we'll just randomly select a winner. You can have a signed copy with your own name.
That is amazing. So you're getting the author's autograph as well. You're getting your name with the book. So Harsh, moving to the end of this conversation, I would like to thank you so much for first taking out time and sharing your experience of how you got your dream to reality of publishing the book, and for this giveaway to excite and to motivate everyone who is watching this video to read, which is my main aim or objective of this channel, to motivate everyone to read. So thank you so much for joining and being on my channel, and it was really nice to hear from you, and I wish you all the best. Good luck for all your new books that you will be writing, and do let me know because I would like to be your beta reader as well. Yes, so
I'll
yeah.
think about that definitely.
Yes, because since it's a biography of a special child, I'm really like looking forward. I'm already eager to read the book, and I hope it comes out in next 3 to 4 months. So all the best wishes to you for that. Yeah, any concluding note that you would like to give my R&R family?
So firstly, I would just like to thank you for getting this conversation, because if we hadn't talked about it, we wouldn't be here today. So thank you so much for inviting me to your channel. It is it was a real fun. It was really good. And to all the viewers out there who wants to write or who is writing, I would say, just believe in yourself, believe in your work. If you are working on a story, or if you are planning to work on a story, just go ahead with it, because stories are really powerful. Books is something that is always going to be carried forward. So just go for it, believe in yourself, and yeah, that's all I would say.
Okay, that's a very nice message. Don't give up, guys. If you have a dream, then you have to pursue it, no matter what hardships that come across. So thank you so much, Harsh. I hope everyone enjoys this video as well.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Take care.
So friends, this was Harsh Adani with us. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do subscribe to my channel, do comment so that you can win the giveaway, and do like and share with your friends. Hit the bell icon so that you get notified each time I come up with a new review. Thank you. Take care. Bye.